definitely see on this passenger side bank, we got a lot of carbon built up in the tip there. You get a little rev, see if you can hear it a little better. You can hear that. Definitely sounds like you got a cylinder, maybe two out. So we'll get under the hood and start taking a look at what's going on here. Okay, so quick look around inside. Pretty cool old truck. It's been rebuilt, it looks like once or twice. Got a couple miles on it. I don't know what the odometer said, but yeah, it looks like it's on the second trip around, 127,000 or so. Got the optional cooling fan switch. Pretty cool truck. Let me get the hood up and we'll start taking a look at this Misfire. Alright, so we get a pretty good view. Hopefully you can see everything. As I said, this truck's been rebuilt a couple times. The original engine's been swapped out for looks like a 1970s or so vintage 351 Cleveland. What we're going to do here is try to locate the Misfire by doing a test we call a cylinder contribution test. So what I'm going to do is go around and pull each one of the plug wires one at a time, and what we're looking for is an RPM drop. If I disconnect a wire and it doesn't lower the RPM, that's indicating that that cylinder wasn't doing anything to begin with. So it's probably going to get a little noisy here, but that's what I'm going to be doing, going around, unplugging one plug wire at a time and looking for a drop in RPM. Alright, so what we found, this cylinder here, driver's side, the front one, had no response when I pulled the plug wire, and the second cylinder back on the passenger side, also no RPM change. So it appears we have two cylinders that aren't firing. The next thing I would do, being that we're working remotely out here, a little primitive today, is to swap the plug wires out. They're about the same length, so I can do that easily. And I'll swap plug wires from one of the good cylinders over to the bad cylinders, and that'll tell me if the plug wires happen to be the culprit here. I've already performed that test, and what I found was there was no change. So the Misfire didn't follow the wire, and I'm pretty confident that these two cylinders have some other problem. I'm going to open up the cap. We'll take a look at that, see if we have good connectivity inside of the cap. But the next thing we'll do is go to a compression test. Borrowed a compression gauge over at the local AutoZone, so we're going to run a compression test on those two cylinders before we go and spend money on parts and begin to waste the customer's time and money. So if those cylinders check out good, we'll probably do a good electrical tune-up here, get some plugs and cap and rotor. I'm going to open that up so we can get a look at that. This is an old point system, but on this one they put in the little transistor unit to replace the point, so it is pointless at this point. Anyway, take a look at this rotor. As you can see, look at that. Look at all the play in that rotor. This thing's been in need of replacement for quite some time, yeah? So that's going to give us high resistance. You can even see the carbon tracking there. And that, of course, is going to cause some misfires to every cylinder that's relying on that distributor. Also in the cap, hopefully you can get a look there, we have a lot of carbon tracking going on. And you can see there's quite a bit of corrosive buildup in there. Oxidation, I guess you would call it. So we're definitely going to need a cap and rotor. It's a common problem on the old style ignition systems. You'll see that play in the rivet that holds the distributor rotor together. So that one's not helping any cylinder, but I don't see any cracking in the cap. So we're going to do that as a maintenance item, of course, so they don't get stuck on the road. The other thing you want to check on the old distributors is to make sure there isn't a lot of play in the shaft. This one's got a little bit going on, but it's not so excessive that it's going to be a cause of concern at this point in time. Alright, so next I'm going to get the plugs out of those two cylinders, and we'll check the compression, see where that's at. Probably pull another cylinder just to do a comparison. And that should tell us where we're at, if we're going to proceed with the tune-up, or if we're going to have to give the customer some bad news and let them know it's time for some engine rebuild work.